Because Virginia is outlawing so much stuff, large capacity magazines and all the different types of ammo and anything with a barrel that is, you can screw a suppressor on it, is considered an assault weapon. They said all the ammo, all the magazines, all the guns are going to Virginia that are threaded, especially the threaded barrel guns, because of the fact that as of June 1st, it's illegal to buy it after June 1st.
Sky. That is pretty. Very, very pretty. Thank God for all of his creations. I'm actually on my way to pick up cameraman now, so that way we can go and kind of check out what the ammo is looking like locally here around Sanford and Fayetteville, North Carolina. So let's see how this goes. All right, guys, so I got cameraman. And basically what we're gonna do today is I need to sight in a pistol, so I need to go buy ammo anyway, but I figured this would be a good time for us to go around to a few gun shops locally and just kind of check and see what the ammo supply looks like. So we're gonna visit some shops here in Sanford, North Carolina, maybe go down to Fayetteville, North Carolina, and just kind of check out and see what the inventory looks like, so that way you guys out there know, you know, what to expect when you walk into your gun store. Because as you guys know, if you've been paying attention, there's a lot going on in the world right now. Ammo shortages, gas is up $4 a gallon. I mean, we're in some rough times, guys. So you know, we talk a lot on the channel about being a prepared civilian. Well, these are the times you need to be prepared for. So if you don't have ammo, you probably need to at least get a little bit, at least a combat loadout's worth, just in case, and go ahead and get your hunting ammo or whatever you need, because hopefully this war ends soon and all this, you know, repairs itself. But from everything that I'm hearing from my boys on the inside, it don't seem like it's going to get good anytime soon. And unfortunately, me and him, we have friends that just got deployed to Iran, so it's very, very unfortunate, guys. So please say your prayers for those guys out there, anybody who is out there in this war. And I'm going to say my prayers for all of you and all those guys overseas as well, to make sure, you know, everybody gets through this well. So with that being said, guys, we're gonna hop in the car and ride around a little bit. You guys know I gotta stop and get my morning monster. Gotta have my energy drink. Pulling up to this ghetto ass gas station.
Emphasize the ghetto.
Yeah, ghetto. Somebody literally got shot here, like, what, 3-4 months ago?
Yeah.
The cashier got killed out here?
Yeah, apparently that, and we've had multiple cars and trucks run into the gas station.
Bro, there's literally a fucking grandma over there revving the shit out of her fucking vehicle, too. I walk out in the fucking parking lot and see they're both just staring at me, and she's like hitting the fucking rev limiter on her shit.
As we said, excellent people.
Some Sanford shit. God, dude, they flipped that shit, dude. Oof, boy, I hope they're alright. That ain't good, man.
Nah.
Definitely some Sanford shit, though.
That is some Sanford shit. I pray for their safety, though. That's the main thing.
Got a little carnival going on over here. Don't ever go to anything like this.
No.
Especially not in Sanford, North Carolina.
This is how you get injured.
Yeah, or you get, like, syphilis.
Yeah, that's a gonorrhea.
Yeah, you don't want to sit on a ride somebody else done sat on.
This is where we're at.
Yep, this is our first stop, Dunham Sports. A lot of you guys have probably never seen one of these. This is basically our Dick's Sporting Goods, but they actually sell ARs. So, yeah. Let's see how it looks in here. Yeah, that too. Let's see how ammo looks in here. Generally, we come here pretty often, and yeah, ammo is never really too hard to find here. So Yeah, because generally with ammo shortages, you see it dry up online first, and then the stores slowly start to dry up over the next few months.
Because
So.
I remember the 2020 COVID ammo shortage. We come in here, you could find every caliber you wanted for a while, and then everything just started to go.
Yeah, everything. It always starts with 9mm, 5.56. All right, 9mm. Looks like we got plenty of Federal, 115 grain, full metal jacket, $12.99. It's not bad for 50 rounds. It's a little bit dry though. 380. Almost gone. No 380. But who the fuck shoots 380?
Not many.
Yeah, unless you're a female. Very little self-defense ammunition as well. You only have a few options here. Want any critical defense? Horny. And also, I think we got the laser here on the end. Pretty much my go-to. Let's look at some of the other rounds here. Still got 10mm. They never have a whole bunch of that stuff. A lot of these rounds you can see are starting to dwindle. Compared to the norm, you think it's a little bit lower than normal.
I'd say 9mm looks pretty good.
Yeah. For now.
For now, yeah.
So we do need to check the rifle rounds. So let's see what they got. Rifle wise. So 22. Looks about the same. A little bit low, I will say. Usually do have a little bit more.
No.
That's probably your best apocalypse gun.
Yep. You can kill
I
him.
fucking always just like find ammo in my pockets.
You'll
Like, I
find
got 22 ammo laying around everywhere.
He's not lying.
You could look under a couch cushion. Now this looks good. This is your 5.56. That looks good. I mean, like I said, they usually restock on Thursdays.
Yeah, it looks like 5.56 is pretty stacked. Last time we came in here, you were lucky to get a handful of boxes.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, at least if you're in the local area and you need some ammo.
We still got a good amount. 308s. A common use round here. I don't quite have any full metal jacket though. We ain't had that in a while though.
Looks like the only one they have is that Remington box.
This one. Oh yeah. 50 rounds for $70. That's really not that great either. 7.62 by 39 is non-existent. So thank you, Joe Biden.
Thank you for the Russian ban. Well, if you need 22, some 9mm or 5.56, you're pretty straight.
Yeah, so far for stop one, but we'll see how the rest of the day plays out. But again, I think we are a little bit low on 9mm. Just, I mean, fairly like 5.56. You know, got a lot of empty space here. You got Federal still manufacturing, Federal, Winchester, and then your Blazer. That's gonna be your top three. So once these start going on out, then we know we're in trouble. All right, spot number one. Looks like this one was, pretty stocked up.
For right now?
Yeah, for right now. No ammo shortage yet hitting this particular location. But again, guys, it's really going to depend on like location, how frequently people are visiting the stores in your area, before you guys really start seeing the numbers dwindle, if this is going to be a long-term thing. So
who knows, it could not even affect us.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But let's go to spot number 2, which is somewhere where you guys have definitely seen before. So let's head on over there. Lee County Firearms. All right, let's go in here and see what their ammo is like, and we'll see if we can interview one of them. See if they'll give us some insight on when we can expect this ammo shortage to hit. So let's go in there.
Let's see what kind of deals we can find up in here today, y'all.
223. Back stack 5.56. Plenty of 5.56. We're gonna pick up a few boxes of 223 though. Yep. Need one up there. A few boxes. You still got plenty of 9mm.
It doesn't make sandwiches. People make sandwiches. She starts making all these analogies, and I was like,
Plenty of 22 still.
you figured it out, right?
So they're pretty stocked up as well. Not hitting this yet here in Sanford, North Carolina. So we're gonna pick up a few boxes of 223. All right, guys. So we're at Lee County Firearms, checking out the ammo supply here. We're gonna interview Bill here real quick. So we just went to Dunham's, and Dunham seems like they still have, plenty of 5.56, plenty of 9mm, things like that. When do you expect to really see the ammo start to dry up for consumers?
Well, we've already had it start up with the smaller dealers like us.
Yeah.
The major distributors that we all use. The big box stores, what they did, and what we were told, is they bought a large quantity of it up, and that's where a lot of it's gone. I was talking to one of my reps the other day, and he said one of the biggest problems that they've had is the situation in Virginia. Because Virginia is outlawing so much stuff, large capacity magazines, and all the different types of ammo, and anything with a barrel that is, you can screw a suppressor on it, is considered an assault weapon.
Yeah.
So with the problems in Virginia, they said all the ammo, all the magazines, all the guns are going to Virginia that are threaded, especially the threaded barrel guns, because of the fact that as of June 1st, it's illegal to buy it after June 1st.
So a lot of people are ordering it from there, is what you're saying? Or
he said everything they can get, the gun dealers in Virginia are ordering everything they can order.
Wow.
All the ammo, all the magazines, because if they don't have it by June 1st, they can't buy it. If they find out they purchased after June 1st, it's illegal. So.
Wow. So that's kind of contributing to it as well, as far as like ammo shortage and stuff like that.
The people that we talk to, we get our ammunition and stuff from, that's what they're telling us. They're telling us that they left on Sunday. All the stuff happened and passed in Virginia. They came back on, they left on Friday, came back on Monday. And everything that was not defense ammo, all your plinking ammo, all your practice ammo, it was gone. It was gone. We have 14 major distributors that we get ammo from. And out of those 14 major distributors, none of them have any practice ammo.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I've been looking online at ammo and stuff like that. I've seen that starting to dry up online. A lot of places out of stock, can't order it, that kind of thing. But it seems like you guys still have, a pretty good supply here. So,
well, we have stocked up on it. We had it in the back, and we kept our stock up, and we do have quite a bit of ammo on hand.
Yeah.
We hope we can continue to order it a little bit at a time, and then we've sourced some here locally too. So
yeah.
One thing I'd add is where we see it coming back in stock with some of the distributors, the price point has shifted significantly. So as opposed to just the shortage, we may not suffer that greatest shortage, but I think the prices we're paying now, that's pretty much going to be a thing of the past.
Yeah, back to COVID prices. That was pretty ridiculous. $1 a round for 5.56.
We've got ammo in the back similar to what we've got that we had to pay $3 more a box for. So when we're out of the cheaper ammo, we'll be forced to share the cost to pass along some of that to the consumer. We're trying to keep it as low as we can for as long as we can. But
yeah, so we're just pretty much playing a waiting game. So in about 6 months' time, start running through some ammo supplies, things like that. That's really when we're going to see a lot of the...
These things always happen when you have a war going on. Yeah. Especially 9mm, 5.56, all your NATO stuff. But from what we hear from our distributor, the biggest problem is the Virginia problem right now.
Oh, wow.
Everything's going to Virginia. Everything.
So do you think it will kind of start to resolve itself after that? At least a lot of it?
Well, I hope so. If the war stops, June 1st is going to come, and it's going to be over in Virginia. So, yeah. They got to get it while they can get it, and they understand that. It's just like every time you have a year where you have a politician change, you go from a Republican to Democrat, everybody buys all the ARs and stuff they can get before the election.
Yeah.
Because they're worried that you're going to go from Republican to Democrat, and the Democrats want to outlaw everything. Yeah,
for sure. Well, I hope the war doesn't go on for a long time. But I've got some buddies who are inside the military, got SF and stuff like that, and they said that they expect it's going to go on for at least a year or so. So
we'll have to see. I imagine if it does go on a year, the ammo shortage won't get a lot better. Yeah. But at least we might get some relief if June 1st comes to Virginia. Yeah. They won't be trying to get quite as much stuff up there. But I talked to a distributor, and they said that they've had some places in Virginia order every AR magazine they have. We can't get 300 blackout magazines. There's a shortage on AR magazines.
Wow, that's crazy.
And they're all going to Virginia.
Wow. Okay, so hopefully, guys, after all that's resolved, we'll see some improvements. But so have to wait it out and see. But as of right now, it seems like most places still have a little bit of ammo stock, so it's we're not quite in that position where we can't get it yet. So if you guys are looking for ammo in the area, make sure you hit up Lee County Firearms. You got plenty. Okay. All right, guys, we got this new SIG. I just saw. I really wanted to check this thing out. This is the what?
DH3.
DH3. New aluminum frame or metal frame, basically 365 fuse, comped. Essentially, this thing's nice.
It looks nice.
Yeah. I really like the way that feels. You got the aluminum frame model. Oops. Hold on. That slide lock's kind of stiff. Got the aluminum frame model, and then we got the polymer frame model, which looks like the price difference is about $300. Yeah, that's nice. That's a really nice configuration by SIG.
We can get them.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. Alright, guys, so we got a few boxes of ammo. This is normally where I try to pick up my 5.56. Got a really good deal on this stuff. It's about $10.50 a box, which, especially with everything going on, is not bad at all. So again, make sure you guys check out Lee County Firearms in Sanford if you're looking for any ammo. They got a big supply, so they shouldn't run out anytime soon. Let's go and check Academy Sports down in Fayetteville and see what it looks like. Alright guys, so just leaving Lee County Firearms, I think Bill really gave us some pretty good information about the shortage. It seems like they, even as a smaller shop, have a lot stocked up, and they kind of have been prepared for this. Obviously visiting Dunham's, one of your bigger, big box retail stores, seemed like they had a good amount of inventory as well. And at least from what Bill was saying, it seems like a lot of the shortage right now, what's contributing to it is, what's going on in Virginia. Obviously, the war is contributing to it, and that's a big factor as well. But on top of what's going on in Virginia, it just makes it that much worse. So what I would say so far, with there still being, a good amount of ammo on the shelves, and it seems like people still have a good amount of inventory stocked up, I would say for any of you guys who are thinking about panic buying, like a whole bunch of ammo, now's probably not the time, because if we do panic buy ammo now, it's going to contribute to the shortage, and it's going to take them longer to, resupply ammunition to these stores and stuff like that. And with, Virginia and all the gun dealers basically panic buying because of, what's going on with the gun laws up there, that's contributing to a lot of it. So I would say it seems like, from what we were told, inside source, after Virginia passes that law, then a lot of the supply will no longer be affected. Obviously, with the war going on, sure going to have, it's still going to be effective at some level, but it looks like, the Virginia situation is definitely contributing to it. So if you guys can hold off, buy a couple hundred rounds right now for your combat loadout or whatnot, but don't panic buy, because you're just going to contribute to the shortage even more, and it's going to take them that much longer to get back to where we were at. So I think that was pretty good information, but I know you guys are going to do whatever you want regardless. But obviously, always recommend having some ammo on hand for your primary firearms that you would use in a sticky situation. But don't panic buy, guys. You're going to make it harder on everybody else. So it doesn't seem like you're going to see empty shelves like anytime soon, but you will if all you guys just all of a sudden start going to panic buy and don't let this Virginia situation play out first. So with that being said, guys, that's kind of my take on it. Let's go overpay for some gasoline, for some petrol. This is ridiculous, man. $4.50 a gallon. What is going on, Donald Trump? What happened to no new wars and low gas prices?
Now look at us.
Yep. What the heck, man? Almost $5 a gallon. Insane. No, I do not want a car wash. I just want my gasoline. How am I supposed to afford a car wash with $5 a gallon? I think this is the highest I've seen these prices yet since I've been driving. Started driving in 2018. 26. Highest I've seen 93 premium for sure. entering the trenches of Fayetteville here soon. If you guys aren't familiar with Fayetteville, North Carolina, it is home to Fort Bragg military base. Fayetteville, you know, obviously houses a lot of the military because Fort Bragg is literally basically in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So got a big Air Force base out here. There's a lot of military, things like that. And there is a lot of gun shops. So a lot of the pawn shops and stuff around here, generally you can find some really cool stuff just due to the large military population. But with all that being said, as much as our military is great and our veterans are great, Fayetteville, not so much.
No.
It is a definitely a shithole, for sure. I think anybody who's been to Fayetteville or lives in Fayetteville can agree with me on that, for sure. You definitely got to be on your P's and Q's out here. And, you know, I think J. Cole probably talked about Fayetteville in a lot of his music, so if that tells you anything, then there you go. But we're about to enter Fayetteville here in just a few minutes. I heard there's ghouls out here from Fallout. You ever played Fallout?
Yeah, I played Fallout.
Yeah, them ghouls.
Yeah, I remember we went to a bar in Sanford one time, we saw a ghoul.
Yeah, there's definitely some ghouls out this way too. You go through downtown, like what's Bragg Boulevard. You're definitely gonna see some ghouls out there. All right, we're at Academy. We are pulling into Academy Sports. Many of you probably have one of these in your area, so I figured we'll drive out of our way to come down here and check out what their inventory looks like. This is going to kind of tell us a lot about the big box retail stores. Dunham's is a big box retail store, but Dunham's is not as big as Academy. I don't think they have as many locations. Let's go in here and see what they got. All right, let's go in here. What they got. You know, it really sucks that this place stopped selling AR-15s from what I heard.
I hope they did.
Going woke, like Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, don't go woke, it'll kill your company.
As long as they don't stop selling the ammo, that was kind of stupid of Walmart to do.
Yeah, the only ammo you can buy there is like hunting ammo.
Alright, so let's check out 9mm. It's going to be one of the more effective rounds. NATO war, commonly bought round. Looks like they got pretty much full stock 9mm. Got plenty of Winchester. Got the 200 round boxes of Winchester for 47.
Looks like they have. That's
47. Academy's always got the good deals. And you got 500 rounds for 124. And you got a few boxes of those.
Got a few 500s.
And you got the 200s there at the bottom for 52. 22.
All this 22.
Got plenty of 22. A lot of
bulk ammo.
Bulk ammo. 36 grain. Now 5.56. Right. Looks like no Winchester, or at least not. This is 62 grain, huh? Yeah, they're all at 62 grain, but they've got
60.
plenty of.
They got your 55 grain. The 62 grain, they got your bulk ammo.
Yeah. Then you got the Monarch.
Yeah, they do.
$15 for oh, it's 30 rounds. I was about to say. I was about to say for Monarch. Little, I mean, I'm gonna say it looks a little bit dry.
Certain ammo.
The 5.56 looks a little bit dry.
A little bit, yeah.
The 308. So we got obviously all your hunting ammunition, plenty of that, plenty of 308 hunting ammo. Finding M80 ball 308 nowadays seems like it's
a challenge in
a
itself.
challenge to get it from a gun shop. All of it's hunting ammo, which makes sense. That's what most people use it for.
You have to probably order your ball ammo offline.
Yeah, well, I was looking for it the other day and I couldn't find any.
Really?
Well, at least the few websites that I looked at,
Mm.
you know, this is what it looked like. Monarch bulk boxes. I buy a lot of this for the channel. 115 grain, 250 cartridges, $54. You cannot beat that shit. We do got our Blazer brass as well. Bulk boxes, 100 rounds, $27, not a bad price. It's actually about what I paid for those 2 boxes of Blazer that we just picked up. So, not bad. You got your 200 round cases right here. Then your 500 round 5.56 for $279. They look pretty stocked up, man.
Might be able to find some ammo for right now until the supplies start to dwindle, but
maybe if we get through this thing in Virginia,
we'll
be all good. Hey, that will definitely help. All right, guys, so Academy Sports was our last stop, and seems like they got plenty of ammo.
They got plenty of 9mm, it looks like.
Yeah, they got plenty of ammo, plenty of 9mm, plenty of 5.56. So, I mean, I'm guessing if the smaller shops like Lee County Firearms have a good supply already stocked up, you know, in preparation for this, the big box stores probably have, you know, a pretty good supply as well. So again, as long as we don't just start panic buying all the ammo on top of what's happening in Virginia, on top of what's happening in Iran right now, then, you know, I think we may be able to, you know, get through it with ammo. The prices are definitely going to go up, but it seems like we may still have ammo available. So I would say hold off at least until the whole Virginia situation gets taken care of. That way we don't have Virginia panic buying a whole bunch of ammo, and then everybody outside of Virginia panic buying a whole bunch of ammo because of what's going on. Obviously, we're going to have somewhat of a shortage because of the war. A lot of the, you know, ammo, primers, all that kind of stuff are going to go towards that. But from everything I've seen, checking these stores, you know, we still got plenty on the shelves, and it seems like there's still plenty in inventory. And a lot of these gun dealers and stuff like that expect it to kind of start to resolve itself after this whole stuff with Virginia is over. So hopefully that's the case. Again, guys, this is just, you know, inside opinion and kind of, you know, trying to predict what's going on in the market. So none of it's 100%, but, you know, hopefully this will provide some insight for you guys on kind of what to expect. All right, guys, so I'm going to actually zero this optic because we're going to be doing a review on it soon. This is the Zero Hawk EM1. This is a very Holosun-like optic. Zero Hawk is a brand new company. I've seen a couple of reviews on this optic already, and it seems like a lot of people are pretty pleased with them. So I'm just going to zero it today, and then we'll be bringing this out here in the next few weeks to test it. So take a second shot. Okay, so I basically put them right on top of each other, so I think that's pretty consistent. So looks like we just need to come
up and right.
Yep, right, and then up a little bit. Shooting a little bit low. That could have been me though. I did get one bullseye. That's the bad thing about trying to zero free-handing, especially with the compact. Let me load a few more rounds.
Maybe just a little left.
Yeah, I think I went a little bit too far right.
But I mean, overall, still a pretty good group.
Yeah, we put 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, and then 5. I think that's bad for a literal, like, what is this, a 3-inch barrel?
Yeah, 3.6.
Yeah, so
3.5-inch barrel. I mean, stacking them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I pretty much stacked all of them right here. Maybe a few flyers, but not bad. I was aiming right here, so we're just a little bit low. So come up, and we should be dead on. So you're shooting the target out. Still shooting a little bit low though. It's center though. It's definitely centered.
So all you really got to do is just come up.
Yeah, higher. I pulled one. Hitting right here. That's pretty close. We'll finish up zeroing it whenever we get out here on the range, but I think that's pretty good for just you know, rough zeroing.
Yeah.
Without any rest or anything. Moved it here. I pulled it a little bit, but we're stacking them. All right, guys. So just to close it out, every gun store we went to today looked like they had plenty of supply of ammo. And as you guys heard from Lee County Firearms, you know, even them being a smaller store, they've got plenty in inventory. And they suspect that, you know, while the availability may not run dry anytime soon, and it may take a little while, you know, the prices are probably going to go up before anything. So we're definitely going to see a price increase, which makes sense. More demand, the prices are going to go up. A lot more people are trying to buy ammo. But hopefully after all this Virginia stuff is done, we will see more ammo available, and maybe that will help keep the prices down. But we won't know until that happens. But as of right now, seems like most stores have inventory. Just really depends on how long this war goes on for, and none of us really know a definitive answer. Again, I got some friends in the military. They've told me, you know, it looks like it's going to go on for at least a year or so. We'll see what happens. But with all that being said, guys, there's a lot of videos coming out right now about ammo shortages and it's not being available, and, you know, pretty much convincing people to panic buy. But it looks like we do have quite a bit of time, and that Virginia is contributing to a lot of that. And once that clears up, you know, there will be more inventory. So please do not go buy thousands upon thousands of rounds unless you're going to use it. And just give it some time. Let's see how things play out, because all we're doing by panic buying is adding to the demand, and that's going to just make prices go up even more and make supply dwindle for those who really need it. So with that being said, guys, I don't think it's something that we're gonna have to worry about for the next few months, but there is definitely an ammo shortage, and the shortage is coming, and we'll probably see hiked prices before anything. So I hope everybody has a great Easter. Make sure you take this time and thank the Lord for the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, and make sure you're saying your prayers, and you go to church tomorrow. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great Easter, and we will see you guys on the next one. And I'm out. Peace.